This is Trey Passer, and welcome to the Horoscope 101 channel. This week on the Horoscope 101 channel, it's famous horror directors, and I thought about who to pick. Your favorite movie by horror directors and stuff. And the person I came up with for a favorite horror director is Wes Craven. Okay, for a lot of reasons, primarily because he created two of the greatest, or had a hand in creating two of the greatest franchises in the modern in slasher horror. Freddy Krueger, of course, in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Okay, and then of course, then he created, created with Kevin Williamson the Scream series, of course, with Ghostface. Okay, and those two movies are very influential, okay, in the horror genre. So that's why I picked him. And also, another reason I picked him is because his movies, especially from the early movies to now, a lot of his movies have been remade, okay, which to me is another reason, a great reason to pick him, because he heavily influenced enough people that they later wanted to to basically remake his movies because they were fans of his movies, the originals that grew up. Of course, I'm talking about Last House on the Left, of course, and I'm sorry, it's part of my a little stuffed up. Okay, okay. Sorry, just a little stuffed up. And of course, The Hills Have Eyes. That's what I was searching for. Okay. Anyway. Okay. And you can tell about those influences a lot. Especially the Last House on the Left and The Hills Have Eyes. There probably wouldn't be any Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpses or a bunch of other movies. You can tell they got the inspiration from his original movie with those movies. Okay, you can see the similarity in that. And like I said, and what's that? The word they say, invitation is a sincere form of flattery. Okay, well, there you go. You can tell his influence in a lot of filmmakers that came after him, because he started out in the early '70s. And a lot of the first movie the Last House on the Left, he wrote, directed, and edited as well. So that was the first movie. And also The Hills Have Eyes, they did that on a relatively low budget. Okay, and a great story about an all-American family out in the Midwest who basically get hunted by these insane family of cannibals. Okay, which is basically the plot like of a lot of tons of horror movies. Normal people being hunted. And what's the other series that Wrong Turn? You can tell that's a direct, basically reference from The Hills of Eyes. Okay, the Wrong Turn movies. I forgot how many Wrong Turns there are. I think there's up to 5 of them. But anyway, you can tell basically that movie was inspired by The Hills of Eyes. You can tell just from the way that whole movie is set up. Okay, and excuse me. So, and then plus, like I said, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, okay, which introduced one of the greatest horror, slasher characters ever, Freddy Krueger. Of course, especially the original movie, before he started getting all jokey. Freddy Krueger was a scary, scary figure who haunted kids in their graves, and he, just that part that character is so iconic. Okay, that people dress up for him as Halloween. You got people quoting him left and right. And then, of course, you have the Scream trilogy, Scream, I guess, up to 4 movies now, okay, with the Ghostface Killer. And again, like I said, that first movie was so powerful and impactful. And the absolutely great direction in that movie, especially, like I said, that opening scene with Drew Barrymore, and just that whole sequence just set the stage for the rest of the movie. And like I said, except for part 3, which it wasn't that great, but you could tell those movies are great. Especially you got hip teenagers that basically quote from other movies, okay, in that movie, okay. And also, he did another movie that I really liked, Red Eye, the one with what's her name, the girl from Mean Girls, which I can't remember her name now. a red eye about the girl that was being basically stalked by what Cillian Murphy is off. Got the damn name. I kept got her. Rachel McAdams. I'm sorry. That was a really good movie as well. Okay, like I said. So for me, for coming up with the some original slashers, influencing other filmmakers, okay, and creating two of the greatest horror uh, characters in modern horror. I'm going to give Wes Craven my choice for favorite director, favorite horror director. Okay, and let me know what you think of my choice. Feel free to leave comments down below. This is Trey Passer for the Horoscope 101 channel saying so long and take care.